Welcome back, my bunker buddies and underground enthusiasts. My name, of course, is Obita Potato. This is Oxygen, not included, the game where you don't get any oxygen and you don't have any power, because that is what's worrying me at this very moment in time. We don't have any power, and as such, all of our dupes' time is being focused entirely on running on these little hamster wheels, which are very cute, but very, very inefficient. Only 400 watts of production. Not to mention the fact that each of the circuits that we currently have connected, each of them draws a significant more power than just 400 watts. Also, we don't have any batteries within the base for heat consumption reasons and heat reasons, not consumption reasons, very much heat reasons. Yeah, so we need to try and sort out power lickety-split, as they say. Oxygen, on the whole, is fine. Over the course of this episode, I highly suspect that that this little cool room, the cool room as I'm now referring to it, will continue to cool. All of the oxygen coming through is at a pretty darn good temperature, apart from, you know, the sort of odd block here and there. You know, sort of 20-degree oxygen. But, I mean, the rest is like, 12-degree oxygen. That is 35 degrees Celsius oxygen. Not entirely sure why that's so darn hot, but it doesn't particularly matter, you know, as long as we're getting the vast bulk of cold oxygen out of here, then that's great. I am unbelievably happy with how well the liquid pipe network ended up working out. I'm super happy that we're now using that to pump out liquid into the oxygen thing. I'm also vaguely hopeful that maybe not in this episode, but maybe in future episodes, we might very well be able to change this to actually make use of this row of radiant gas pipes. Anyway, that's sort of by the by. What I think we want to do in today's episode, right off the bat, is I think we want to set up a brand new pumping area right over here, and we want to get insulated gas pipe all the way down through here. Yeah, insulated gas pipe all the way down through this way. What are we using this pipe for at the moment? That's an oxygen pipe, so that cannot be taken out. But anyway, the point is that I want to try and replenish my supply of natural gas, and in order to do that, I think we should probably get this all connected. What is this pipe being used for? Nothing at the moment. So if I divert you right in there, and then I delete that right there, and then I bring this insulated gas pipe down here, then that would be fine. You're telling me, video game, that would work nicely? Right. Well, let's put a thing in there, and then let's prioritize this all as priority 7. I don't want to say that it's urgent, but I mean it's pretty darn urgent if we are to sort of reallocate all of the dupes' times, because at the moment they're not doing what I want them to do. Also, I think we're quite fortunate. Yes, indeed we are. We've got a power cable already relatively near this zone, so we should be able to have no difficulty sticking in that gas pump. I don't really want any natural gas to escape from here, but that might just end up happening, so we'll have to wait and see. That's all priority 8. I feel like that's an appropriate priority. I'm sure my dupes are going to get right on building all of the stuff on the inside of the base. It's just sort of on the outside that things are going to take slightly longer. So yes, that's one of the infrastructure projects that we want to work on today. Probably one of the most important ones. Our oxygen is in a really mediocre place. We just need a higher amount of oxygen pressure, really, in order to force all of this CO2 back down to the depths from whence it came. So that's the plan, anyway. We'll have to see if that actually materializes. But for now, we're just focusing on returning our power to full power. I'm gonna store slime in here. There we go. Store slime in there. How many of these dudes do we have? We got enough of those dudes. Long commutes. I mean, travel time is 43%. That's something that I can just about live with. A couple of buildings are flooded. Nothing to do with me. Building entombment. That is actually something to do with me. Looks like there's been a little bit of a stooshy. A little bit of an issue, shall we say. What priority is this? This is all priority 8. I mean, look, this can come down to priority 5. I think returning our power to full serviceability is the #1 priority of this episode here. And you still come down. What are you going to go and do? Manual generator, generate power? Why are you doing that? Pray tell? Ah, I see. Well, I suppose if you're down here, you might as well do it. But, yeah, sure, just, yeah, chill out. And then plop this down to priority 5 as well. There's no rush. There's no rush to do any of this stuff. I'd much rather get up all of the pipes, wires, everything like that. In fact, you know what? Let's put this at priority 9. Let's put this at priority 9 so that we get this done slightly before the rest of this stuff gets done in order to put in some tiles. Yep, we'll assign that priority 9 so that we just don't have too much gas escaping, because we don't really want to go to all of the effort of building a natural gas. How is that unreachable? That should be eminently reachable. Yeah, that definitely strikes me as being entirely reachable. Yeah, so we don't want to go to all of the hassle of building a gas pump if it's not going to collect any natural gas, because all of the natural gas has escaped from the room. That's why we're prioritizing it at priority number 9. So that's very, very nice indeed. I believe we have a Slickster egg. Yeah, we've got a larva egg for a Slickster. Now, we do have a Slickster zone already down here. But I had a wee look between episodes, and I do believe that the conditions that a Slickster needs to live in. So molten Slickster is between 90 and 250 degrees. Yep. I feel like this is a reoccurring meme where I just end up checking the temperature at which Slicksters live in. It doesn't particularly matter though. The comfort range for these guys, 50 to 140 degrees. So I think we want something above 100 degrees, but I think that this is just too hot. Now, what about in here? What about in here? I mean, that's 50 degrees, whereas this is about 100 degrees. I think maybe we can try and convert this area into something Slickster related. And it wouldn't be too difficult to do once we get some insulated tiles down over here. Right, let's queue up some insulated tiles. Yeah, overheat temperature plus 15. Not really relevant. Right. Some insulated tiles over there. I don't want to leave any vulnerabilities in the armor. I don't want any chinks in the armor to exist. Yes. That should also probably be prioritized at slightly lower. Also, we don't have a cable yet. What's the maximum load on this network? 1,400, but the current load is 0. That's because none of our natural gas generators are actually working. So there you go. There we go. If I come down there, I save a single bit of wire. So that's quite nice. Right. Okay, that's up and running. Perfect. Let's priority 9 that in there, and then let's priority 8 all of this stuff so that we get it done as swiftly as possible, because you know what? We're actually almost there. All of the stuff within the base, with the exception of a few bits and bobs, is all done. That's great. That's really, really good. Really, really good. Very, very happy with that. Very, very happy with everything that's going on right now. Oxygen is still fine. That's just sort of chuntering away in the background. It's cooling down nice and slowly, or nice and quickly, should I say. Not nice and slowly. The opposite of slow is quick. I think... Yeah, I was wondering, you know what? Maybe we can just see if we can try disabling these 2 batteries right here, as... You know, we're not really using them for anything, but also it's giving off extra heat production, and, I mean, if we can avoid that, then that would be, you know, it would just be nice, wouldn't it? But if we have a little look at the overlay, you can see, yep, everything looks good. I do want to discover why this area is unreachable. I mean, it should be reachable, right? Yeah, 200 thingies of granite. Why did I put this at priority 9? This isn't a priority 9 sort of job, chaps. I mean, until we have an actual slickster in front of us, we're not going to need the habitats for a slickster. Whatever the type of slickster, I must say. I'd much rather you get going over here and get this stuff all done. But the problem is that it's such a darned long time. Darn long way away. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of proximities. So whatever is highest priority across the entirety of the colony, of the base, and outside the base will be the thing that gets done first. So that'll at least sort of make some difference. By the way, do we need more algae, or are we making a fine amount of oxygen sort of just by ourselves with this production system here? I mean, I much prefer this cool oxygen. Yeah, obviously, I much prefer the cool oxygen. What temperature does this test for at the moment? 26 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I think that's okay. 26 degrees, so we can sort of aim for the ideal temperature to be 26 degrees across this area. Yeah, I think that's cool. Right, we've sealed up that. That's perfect. Let's get this to be priority 9'd. There we go. And to tell you what, is there any reason why we don't just expand into this area? If we knock down these insulated tiles and instead put some insulated tiles right over there, will that make a shred of difference? I'm not really sure if it matters, but it would give us a little bit more extra space. Something that I'm quite conscious of in this playthrough is that the size of the base, if you'd like, isn't actually that large. We could certainly do with getting, well, a lot more, really. A lot more. More space would be great. However, the way that the heat sort of seems to be working is pretty irritating. Also, how long before this comes back online? 28 cycles? I mean, we can survive 28 cycles. That's not a problem. It's priority 9. Priority 9. Yeah. That's unreachable. That's fine. Yeah, maybe I do need to re-enable proximity. That might just be the missing piece of the puzzle. We've got a little bit of oxygen in the suits, not really enough to be happy, to be honest. Yeah. Can I see if I can connect that up there? Yeah, so we can start just sending oxygen directly into the suits. Because at the moment, it don't seem to be working. And part of the reason that none of this stuff is working is because it's taking such a lot of physical manpower to run on these little hamster wheel things. Right, will that make any difference? Yeah, that looks good. That looks great. Alright, so that's a little bit more oxygen being diverted directly into the suits. That's fantastic. That's exactly what we like to see. What the heck is going on here? How are you... How did you get out? I mean, I kind of don't want you to get out, or to go back, but you are scalding. Yeah. You've suffered a heat stroke. Extreme external temperature. Yeah, alright, let's get you into the hospital. That does seem like a priority. Not entirely sure why that was ever allowed to happen. Is it just because the suit was utterly useless? I don't actually know, but that's certainly set us back a little bit. But it also set us forward a little bit. Right. Priority 9, set that up for a little bit of digging. So that we don't have to... So that we don't have to do so much transporting of resources, eh? There we go. Well, you know what? Slowly but surely we're getting there. That's what matters. Okay. Also, I want to see if I can try and get rid of some of this water that's just chilling around here. So let's get that built, if at all possible. And we'll see if it'll push a little bit of water out of this area. Perfect. And then we'll queue up a bunch of mopping. There we go. Also, that's a dupe. What have we got? Fertilizer or iron? I mean, I'll take some iron. Thanks. That's great. Wonderful. Don't mind if I do. Our food production has temporarily halted whilst we wait for a few dupes to go and do some sweeping. Do some mopping even. Mopping, sweeping. It's all the same to me. What temperature is this at? 5.2. It's slowly but surely getting colder. Slowly but surely. Right, about 15, 20 bits more pipe to get going with. And then we're golden. Right, can I put this priority 8? Put this to priority 8 so that we do the mining first and then we deal with the construction of the pipes and the resources. That way we should be able to get stuff done slightly quicker. Yeah, one of the major points of entry for heat into the base is from this direction, so I do want to get this area insulated pretty swiftly. I did briefly, I think, talk about putting pinch of pepper nuts in here or in here. Pinch of pepper nuts would probably be able to grow quite reasonably in this area. Or this area. I think it's 35 degrees Celsius that pinch of pepper nuts need in order to grow. Food. No. Let me look. Plants. Pinch of pepper nuts. Is it 35 to 85? 35 to 85 degrees Celsius. Wow. Feels like I prepared for that, but I didn't. I didn't. I just knew. Right. Come on. Get this done, my dudes. And you're going all the way back. Why are you going all the way back? We've only got so much charge in the suits. Delivering the granite. I get what you're doing, but I mean, if you just dig this granite right here, then that would be pretty much sorted. How much health do you need to recover, Banana now? And the sooner that you're back on your feet, the better, to be honest. Yeah, alright. 3 bits of pipe at a time. I mean, it's slow going progress. This is why I so valued having the, the sort of exit point right over here. It was really, really handy. It was just really, really good to be able to get out and immediately sort of hit the ground running over here. But c'est la vie, I guess. If it's not possible, then it's not possible. What we can look at doing is getting a transit tube set up, perhaps to drop us off in the ice zone. We've got carbon dioxide over here. Carbon dioxide is great because that will eventually, hopefully, be pumped into the area where the slicksters are chilling out. Right. Grumpage. I mean, Grumpage, what's your priorities? Are your priorities digging by any chance? If not, then... digging... Let's put digging up as a priority for Grumpage. Maybe it'll just mean that you end up digging exactly what I want you to dig up, and then everyone's going to be happy. Oxygen generation, we are about 90 kilograms short of optimal oxygen generation. Which isn't the greatest. But I guess it is what it is. We can still supplement our oxygen with a little bit of algae, if indeed we need to. Right. More water. There we go. More water to mop up. How are we doing germ-wise? I think we've pretty much arrested the expansion of germs. Yeah, pretty sure we're completely fine on the germ side of things, which is great. Oh, come on. We need to just get this done. We've got 3 Atmos suits. We should probably expand this this area so that we have a little bit more space to get dupes out. I mean, at the moment, obviously, we don't have any power, and that's pretty darn bad. But let's pretend that we do actually have power. And let's move things around a bit so that we can add sort of 3 more Atmosuit docks on. Here we go. And let's set that up right over there. Can deconstruct that tile. Perfect. Oh, we're so close. We're so close and yet so far away. Right, Jasper. Jasper, my dude. You are our only hope. High prioritize digging. So that should mean that you'll just go and dig out exactly what I'm telling you to dig out, right? I've got to remember to readjust Jasper and Grumpage's digging in the future. Also thinking, maybe we should just get a battery. Maybe that'll help. Still not convinced that it would make a shred of difference. But that's fine. Yeah. Current load is 370 watts. Yeah, we've just not got anywhere near enough power. It's a bit of a classic conundrum. All right, beautiful. We're literally just down to about 4 bits of wire. Right, take that down. Oh, beautiful. Tiny little bit of wire and we're golden. I mean, we're going to need to find some power. I mean, this network at the moment is, I mean, that can be disabled. We've just got far too much power on this network that is regularly taken up. So yeah, that can actually be taken offline now that we pump oxygen directly into the suits. That's quite good news. Anything else that's on that power network? These pumps kind of need to stay in place, but the pipe's blocked anyway, so we should manage to be fine with that. That's good. Oh, look at this. Are we gonna get it done today? Oh, there's just 1 bit. 2 bits. 1 bit. 1 bit of 1 bit. 1 bit. I mean, if we were to be able to get that done today, then that would be fantastic. But if not, I mean, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow's a brand new day, etc., yada, yada, yada. We've got some suits, but they all need power, they all need charging, and they all need oxygen. None of which we are delivering particularly consistently. But I must say that oxygen, on the whole, seems a little bit better than it was yesterday. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. I can taste it. I can taste it. See, all of the building outside of the base becomes completely unreachable as soon as we have no power. So there you go. That's why everything looks a little bit funky at the moment. Yep, all of this stuff completely funky. But it's fine though. It's fine. It's fine. Any slicksters yet? Any eggs? They're around. So much stuff. So much stuff on this one bit of this one tile. Right, food we're okay for. Fried mushrooms. I mean, the mushrooms are being fried pretty much as soon as they're being harvested, which is good, which is fine. I'm surprised that honestly we've got enough slime. 1,900 kilograms of slime right there. I mean, what priority is that? That's priority 7. That's probably about right, actually. Right. Who is the dude with the suit that's gonna go and fix the gold bit of wire? What are you doing? That's priority 7, but I said priority 9 to the... Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. You're gonna go back in the base now? Oh my goodness, you don't have anything. You don't have any oxygen in that suit. There's no oxygen in there. Alright, well that is what it is. We're pumping! We're pumping! This is great news. This is absolutely fantastic news. Natural gas, perfect. It's gonna take a while, but that's okay. Eventually, it should get to exactly where it needs to go. Exactly where it needs to go. This thing has the gas filter. does have the power to work, so that's kind of good. Natural gas is coming through the base. That's great. It's all an insulated pipe, so it's not going to transfer any of the heat into the area. Or if it does, it'll transfer very little. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Slowly but surely, this is how we win the video game. This is how we win the video game. I might need to install another circuit. I might need to install another little hamster wheel on this specific circuit. There we go. What do you know? What do you know? We're pumping. And that should mean, in turn, more consistent production of natural gas. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have no idea how much natural gas is stored in here. The fact that we've gotten to it so early seems pretty darn good. I'm hoping that it sort of has an opposite cycle to this natural gas thingy over here. I mean, that would be great, but I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? See what happens. Oh, I will take some more eggs. Sure. I mean, we should probably start thinking about egg incubation. That's definitely something that we can think about. Oh man, this is working so well. All right, and soon natural gas is going to be arriving. It's going to be arriving in very, very large quantities, and then we should never have any power issues ever again. Joy upon joys upon joys. There's a very, very tiny bit of natural gas in there, which we haven't connected up to the output yet. Priority 5 job that. There we go. There we go. What do you know? We've got power again. Right, let's disable these running wheels, as they are now no longer required, I don't believe. Right, disable that building. Great. And we're doing fine for power. What do you know? Our smart battery system, it's back up and running. We should have no issues with regards to power. Everything should be charged up. It's now just a question of, you know, getting that little bit of extra oxygen that we need in order to survive and thrive. Let's set that up to be repaired. Pipe is blocked, indeed. That's okay, though. That's okay. That's fine. We'll try and get some... We'll try and get some oxygen moving. I tell you what. I've had an idea. We currently have this massive radiator system in place, which is actually good because it's going to cool down this oxygen. Well, actually, it won't cool down that oxygen because that's in pipes. But what we could do is we could, in effect, overlay this oxygen right here. Right, so deconstruct that. Deconstruct that, deconstruct that, deconstruct that, deconstruct that. There we go. So in effect, we're still going to get a bunch of cooling. Cancel that, cancel that. So in effect, we're going to use these pipes to cool down as well. That is a pretty darn good system, if I do say so myself. Right. I mean, it's not foolproof, and it will put an extra bit of pressure on our radiator network. But I mean, it's gonna work, and you know, we've got the power. We've got the power now, so I mean, we're gonna be sorted really on the whole. I think we literally just need more oxygen for the suits, and then we're golden. We are literally golden, which is great. But anyway, that's that sorted, which I'm very, very happy about. There is thousands and thousands of grams of natural gas still waiting around over there, and loads more even in the hallway. Really, we want to get the Atmo suits set up to work properly. So can I get that built there, and can I prioritize that slightly higher than the norm? And then we'll see about getting some Atmo suit stations, Atmo suit docks, there and there. And in order to do that, we're going to need some insulated gas pipes. And some power, of course. I'm not sure if we're going to overload the network. But we very well might. Alright, we're getting close. We're getting close. That should be insulated, though. That should indeed be insulated. Yeah. I mean, the oxygen is going to be slightly hotter. The oxygen coming out of here is going to be slightly hotter. Don't get me wrong. I'm aware. But what we can do is we can turn some of these into radiant pipes. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. Give that a shot. Priority 7, all of this stuff. Just get it all done. The sooner that we can, you know, just get a little bit of extra oxygen, the better. As I say, it's all about pushing the carbon dioxide down to the very bottom of the world. Deconstruct that. Priority 9. And get another Atmosuit dock station in place. I mean, this is a pretty serious affair right now. This is pretty good. It's looking real fancy. All right. 32 degrees Celsius air. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's something, right? It's something. What I should definitely make sure that I'm doing, yeah, I shouldn't turn any of the insulated pipe into radiant pipe. I want to make sure that I test the heat of the water just at the end here. So the fact that this is being turned into radiant pipe is absolutely perfect as far as I'm concerned. That's all been repaired. Let's go and enable that building. Let's go and enable that building. Right, deconstruct that. Priority 9, please. And then construct that. Priority 9. We don't want to faff around too much. There we go. And let's just set it below for now. Just get absolutely everything pumped out, if at all possible. There we go. What is that? Chlorine? How have we got chlorine there? How did we get chlorine into that room? Well, that's remarkable, I must say. Right, so get that all pumped out. Fantastic. And then, perfect, great. Right, well, we have introduced a little bit of chlorine, which is probably not bad. I mean, we want, you know, we want the germs to go away. Hold up, this needs to be a gas bridge right there. Yep, great. And I think that will just change the flow, if I'm not mistaken. No, it doesn't look like it will. Destroy that insulated gas pipe then. Get another gas bridge in there. And then turn that in. All right. Okay, so we should no longer be pumping out horrible carbon dioxide, and instead we should be producing lovely, wonderful oxygen. 31 degrees Celsius oxygen. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. The water is coming in quite cold. We could probably do with turning these gas pipes into radiant gas pipes. Yep. Turn them into radiant gas pipes, so that we have some sort of a little bit of crossover. Again, I'm going to disable these 2 batteries so that we don't have any heating issues. I think that, yeah, it's slowly but surely cooling down a little bit. I mean, this area is slightly colder than this area. And again, the fact that we've re-enabled all of this puts a little bit of an extra strain on our cooling network. But, I mean, that's fine. That's totally fine. Right, insulated gas pipe. Put that in there. Right, priority 9, that whole area. Priority 8, this whole area. hold up. Deconstruct that gas pipe right there. There we go. All right, that works much, much better. So it's going to split everything right down the middle. And what's the temperature of the oxygen through here? 32 degrees Celsius. I mean, it is cooling down. It is very much cooling down. Not to the same degree that the other gas is being cooled down, but I mean, I'll take it. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. It's coming in much hotter, and it's leaving. It's leaving much cooler. And to be honest, there's no reason not to just upgrade some more pipes. Let's get the whole thing upgraded. There we go. Priority 9, the whole event. There we go. What do you know? Good as new. Yeah, I'm really quite happy with that. Natural gas, we're looking very, very good on that front. Pipe blocked. I mean, we should never have any pipe blockage here. What's going on? What? It's coming. Pipe blocked. Oh, it's because we've got so much hydrogen. Let's fix that by adding that in there. Deconstructing that right there. Deconstructing that right there. I guess we can, you know, put a little bit of hydrogen into storage over here. I'm never quite sure when we're going to need it, I guess. It's always a good idea to think about the future. Right, deliver a suit, deliver a suit, deliver a suit. All of this stuff is going to be prioritized at priority number 7. Because we do have 3 suits just chilling around. Right over here. What is this? Colony achievement. What's going on? Have duplicants travel 10,000 meters by transit tube. I mean, that's an achievement if ever I saw one. That's not too bad. Right, so water is coming down here, 27 degrees Celsius. Going back up at around about the same temperature as well. Oxygen is leaving at 27 degrees Celsius as well. I mean, is there any scope for... There is scope for a little bit more radiant pipe up here. And then a little bit more radiant gas pipe as well. I mean, every little helps. Every little helps. It's just about bringing down that average temperature of the gas. And as long as we're doing that, then that is pretty darn good. I will take that to the bank. Right. Get that turned into radiant gas pipe as well. Great. All of it, why not? Okay, now I think we could think about getting this hydrogen generator back up and running, but I don't really want to rust. I don't really want rust. Useful in some oxygen production processes. I don't really know if I ever need to care about rust, but I mean, I guess I do. So there we go. We're still waiting for larva to hatch. We could probably kick that into being by ourselves. It looks like we have sorted the hydrogen storage process. That's quite good. Happy with that. There is no reason for that to still continue to pump. And how are we doing temperature-wise over here? 4.4 degrees Celsius. That's pretty darn good. Not too bad. Not too shabby. You know, so at least we're having one really, really chilly area of oxygen, whereas this is still 32 degrees Celsius. I mean, it's better than the original temperature of 41, but I mean, it's not anything to write home about. That's for sure. But it does mean that, as I did refer to earlier, the pressure of the base has now been balanced. It's now been counteracted. It's now counteracting the carbon dioxide at the very bottom, which is indeed good. Right, so Let's work on the next bit next. There we go. I want to get that all done and dusted. And I'd also like to do... I'd like to get this area mined out with the expectation that we will be able to stick a slickster in here imminently. I say imminently. I don't mean imminently. I mean in a bit. We still need to find something to do with this over here. In fact, you know what? That's petroleum. That's highly valuable stuff. We'll get that. We'll get that stored away for a future time. I would like to get a massive mesh floor over here. Right, and instead make that not mesh. Yep, that can go there like that. And then what we want to do is we want to have a door under here, and then we want to sort of just step it down gently. There we go, cancel that. So that we can have, you know, we can have slicksters around here. And we'll be able to keep them in here. We'll stick a pump down here, and we'll pump out whatever we need to pump out. Whether that be oil, well, it'll definitely be oil because we want to keep the molten slicksters down here. So it'll be oil in here. But we need to divert carbon dioxide production into this room. So we'll probably get a high pressure gas vent as soon as we possibly can. Let's queue that up to be dug out as well. This can be deconstructed here. Yeah. Deconstruct buildings. Yeah, deconstruct those buildings. Deconstruct that insulated gas tile. There we go. Alrighty then. That's looking quite quite nifty. That's looking quite darned nifty. 30 degrees Celsius. Coming in at 35 degrees Celsius. I mean, honestly, we could get it to go around the radiator again. 26 degrees Celsius. 26 degrees Celsius. You know what? We could set up a system here. We could set up a system here, which I think we might do. We could set up a system where we test. We have another gas shutoff system here. All right, so we test that there. Test that there. And then we have a gas pipe thermosensor right in the middle there. We can find ourselves the NOT gates, which can go right there, apparently. And then we can connect you up to there, and then you up to there, and then you up to there. Great. And then we get a gas bridge. And then we want it to prioritize new gas inputs. Let me see how it works again. Yeah, so prioritizes gas running under it. So we get that there. We get that there. Well, in fact, it's probably just easier if we just, well, cancel that and then deconstruct these 3 tiles right there. And then I'll set it up in the way that I want to get it set up. Let's get an insulated gas pipe. Bring this insulated gas pipe down this way. Radiant gas pipe for a little bit. Sure. And then across here, down there. Alright, great. Let's get that all prioritized. And you know what? Bada bim, bada boom. We're actually going to end up with a second cooling system. One of which relies... I mean, both cooling systems, by the way, which use completely different methods of cooling. Well, comparatively, completely different methods of cooling. There we go. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking fancy. It's feeling groovy. Right, now, if I do a gas bridge in right about here, And then a gas bridge in right about there. Connect that up. Connect that up. And then connect that up. That should all work, right? And it should work so it prioritizes the gas flow coming down this way. That's what I highly suspect. Also, what do you know? It's all looking very, very nice. Very, 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 very good. Let's expand that over there. And soon, 19 cycles time, we're gonna be back up and running. Doesn't really look like we've got a super large amount of natural gas left in this area. However, that's okay. From now on, we will be utilizing it to its absolute max, which is really, really good. That Atmos suit has been shifted. I should probably prioritize this slightly higher. Priority 8. I mean, given that the Atmos suits are still not taking anything. 4.5 degrees Celsius. It's coming down. Coming down. Slowly but surely, it's coming down. Where is everyone? Everyone is idle at the moment. And that is because the Atmos suits have yet to be moved. Right, well, let's destroy that deodorizer, since it's not really useful at the moment anyway. Oh, great. Instead, build that in there. Priority 9, mopping all of this up. And priority 9, building that block. We're finally getting rid of all of this, water here. There we go. At long last. Too much liquid on the floor? Not for much longer. Right, undock these 3 suits. There we go. And then the suits can be redocked, presumably. Cancel request, deliver suit. Cancel request, deliver suit. Cancel request, deliver suit. There we go. Alright, so that should work in a slightly better fashion. Should mean that everyone is able to collect the Atmos suits from down here. Get that all amended. Water-wise, how much water have we got? 1,000 kilograms of water right in the middle there. Not thrilled by that, to be brutally honest. Right, delete this ladder. Priority 9. And instead replace it with a block. Also pretty high priority so that we can finally get that all amended. Great. This is just great. This is just great. It's all working completely as intended. The only thing that we need to do is just get a little bit more oxygen production. I've spotted a flaw in the plan. That's where the extra oxygen production has gone. It's just stopped working. Not entirely, but to a significant degree. There we go. And let's see if this works as we intend it to. So the oxygen comes up here. It enters 43 degrees Celsius. It cools down to 20, 28, 30 degrees Celsius. And actually, it doesn't even matter because there is no way to test the oxygen at present. So that's fine too, I guess. Right, well, we clearly just need to get more resources. But apparently, we just cannot get any resources. Apparently, we just can't get any resources because there's nothing available to us outside. How are we doing natural gas-wise? Natural gas-wise, we're doing great. That's really, really good. Do I see some idle bodies? I certainly don't expect to see any idle bodies. I want to get stuff cleaned up. Right, undock that. Undock that. Undock that. Deliver suit. Deliver suit. Deliver suit. There we go. Alright, with a little bit of admin, what do you know? We end up with a nice system. Just, if you could deliver, if all of the suits could be delivered, then that would be great. Deliver a suit over there, deliver a suit over there, deliver a suit over there. Right. Well, eventually it'll work, right? Aha, here we go. 1 Atmo suit, 2 Atmo suit. That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Right, so that's really, really good. All of them are now completely set up, which means that we should be grand. Aha! It's all working as intended. Right, no power wire connected. Let's not do that. Let's do it with copper instead. That's priority 9, appropriately. So, automation wire, this dictates that if it is below, I don't know, 20 degrees Celsius, we'll apply the same test. We'll apply the same test that we do over here. I think we test for 20 degrees Celsius as well. Sure, 20 degrees Celsius. If it's below 20 degrees Celsius, then that will open the floodgates over here, and if not, it'll go down this way. Pretty much. That's pretty much the situation. Yeah. Hold on a second. Disable or deconstruct that bit of pipe just briefly, please. And then let's try reconnecting this, because I'm not entirely sure why it's working in this way. Also, not entirely sure why we have carbon dioxide over here, but that's whatever. Give me a slickster. Muck root, 4,800 calories. I mean, it's not spectacular, it's not brilliant, but I mean, it is something. Also, all of the suits are now chilling around here. That's great. And they're slowly but surely charging up with oxygen, which is exactly what I'm interested in. That's great. Temperature over here is now 3.3 degrees Celsius. That is something to be very, very happy about. All of the Atmo suits are finally going to be delivered at long last. Right. Let's get an insulated pipe, because I don't want it to be connected there, I believe. Right, gas pipe. I'll deconstruct this gas pipe right here. There we go. And then I'll reconstruct it sort of right in the exact same spot. There we go. Okay, so that should work a little bit faster. Yeah, a little bit faster. Pretty much in line with what I'm after. Okay, so it might have to go around the radiator a couple of times, but if indeed it does, then that's fine. It won't make too much of a difference to us. Whether it goes round once, whether it goes round twice, whether it goes round 3, 4, 5 times, doesn't actually end up mattering. Because it will end up cooling down, and hopefully it'll just end up cooling down below 20 degrees Celsius. Yeah, slowly but surely we're gonna get there. Are we gonna get there fast enough to feed all of our... Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, bloomin' we got so much stinking hydrogen. Right, test for something else then, I guess. Oh my goodness, we got so much hydrogen. So much hydrogen over here. Right, bring that right the way down. Get that mopped up, would you? 5 degrees Celsius in that room. Yeah, I want to make sure that that's all working properly, because if it's not, then we're gonna have issues, and I don't really want to have any issues. Basically, yeah. So far, has this area done a good job of taking down the temperature? Contents is 25 degrees Celsius. 28 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Celsius. I mean, I see the problem, is that it goes through the insulated gas tile, right? So 25 and then immediately up to 28. So it's actually losing it's losing temperature until it goes into the radiant gas pipe, and then, sorry, the insulated tile, and then it's becoming a problem. Right, so... Sure. Right, so convert that back, and then that might make a slight difference. Might make it a little bit easier to cool things down a little bit. But, I mean, on the whole, actually, we're doing fine for oxygen. Yeah, we're doing very, very fine for oxygen at the moment. It's all working completely as intended. Boy, oh boy, I was not expecting to be as successful as I have been in this episode. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet, but, I mean, we mostly are out of the woods. That's the great thing. We've got all of our suits back up and running, which is just fantastic. Have we got one too many Atmo suits? Is that really the situation here? I think we do. I think we've got one too many Atmo suits. Oh well. There you go. I didn't know it was possible to be this successful. It's true. It's true. It's painfully true. I still need to find something to do with this hydrogen, but yeah, we're gonna look for something in due course, I believe. I feel like that honestly is a wonderful little place to finish the episode up, because everything is at the moment working quite well. Yeah. Right. Priority 9 that. I mean, we could just leave it as is. The insulated tile will end up eventually cooling down to the point where the radiant gas pipe is flowing through it naturally. But you know, let's just accelerate that process. 25 degrees Celsius, yeah, 28 degrees Celsius. $26. There we go. So it comes in 28, 27, 26, 26, 25. Comes out the other side at 26. And the temperature of the water as well is probably... Yeah, the temperature of the water is probably about 26 as well. So let's test for 26 degrees oxygen then. Below 26. That would be fine by my books. The thing that we've got to bear in mind is that the temperature that we set here will directly determine how hot the gas will be. Let's test for 27. Yeah, below 27, sure. Below 27 is entirely achievable. Oh, I didn't change that. Yeah, there we go. Below 27 should be coming through. Why are you not working? Hold up. What? But if there's gas coming through... There is gas coming through at a lower temperature. For example... Yeah, the oxygen is at 26.8 degrees Celsius. Gas pipe thermosensor inactive. Yeah. Right, not entirely sure why that is the case. It should be up and running. I mean, if I was to bump that up to 28 or something, would that make a difference? Right, 28 degree oxygen is apparently what we're passing for these days. I feel like that's a little bit of a swizz, but I mean, if it gets us that little bit of extra oxygen, then that's going to be nice. Happy days. Happy days. Right, we still need to find something to do with this. Let's deconstruct that gas pipe right there. Let's get a gas bridge over there. Let's come up here and connect that up, and then that will be polluted oxygen. Because we've actually got a shocking amount of oxygen in here because of the oxalite, thanks to the dense puffed. There we go. It's probably not worthy of priority 9, but, you know, we'll leave it on there for now, I guess. Right, polluted oxygen. Great. And then let's just excrete everything else. We did leave a little bit of hydrogen out. Hold on, that needs to be deconstructed priority 9. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to let hydrogen into this area, which is not what I want. I don't want hydrogen in this room. So please, someone deal with that with urgency. 26 degrees. 27.4. Yeah, alright, whatever. It's working. I can't complain. I can't complain. It's working well enough. That's the main thing, right? Yeah, pretty sure turning off this mini gas pump is going to be literally impossible. So let's have a little look at the power grids and just deconstruct that bit of wire right there. And then that'll cut the whole thing off because we don't need oxygen. We don't need the hydrogen. We don't need anything from this little pump over there. There we go. Deconstructed. That will reduce the burden on our network just a little bit more, which is wonderful. Man, oh man, oh man. This is looking good. This is looking really, really good. This whole area is unreachable. That's all right. I'm going to fix it up. Don't you worry about it. Fix that up. Right, now the whole area is reachable, which is grand. That's lovely. We just need to fix the, as I say, the chink in the armor right over here. Right, why are you idle? You should be able to get outside and do some stuff with the suit. Yeah, there should be a suit for everyone now. Carbon dioxide here. Yeah, we need to start thinking about getting rid of some of this carbon dioxide. There we go. Let's get this in place. Also, I think in the next episode, I think that we should probably start thinking about the stars. Aiming for the stars, shooting for the moon. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I think we should press on upwards. New printables are available. Give me a slickster. It's a slickster larva. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I need. All right. Deconstruct this. In fact, no, I don't need to deconstruct this ration box. I'll leave that there. It's been there since the beginning. Who am I to change it? I just need to put down a slickster trap right there. And then we need to get this area priority 9'd right now so that slicksters can't escape. Right. Get me some slicksters. There we go. And then let's go critter drop-off point. I think we're going to need to, yeah, just increase that a little bit. That ladder can be cancelled. It's totally unnecessary. Wonderful. There we go. That's priority 9-2. Let's get in here. That's unreachable. That's okay. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct that. Honestly, as soon as we've got these mesh tiles up and running, then I think we'll be fine just to let the slickster out, so to speak. Let's get a critter trap. The critter trap is already there, actually. Also, we should make a little crude oil dispenser thing, a little crude oil bottle emptier, right about here, so that we can empty the crude oil into this area, and therefore we can actually, once and for all, get all of this nonsense cleaned out. Let's get that all swept up. Perfect. Wonderful. It's priority 5, and yet everyone's doing it. That's what I like to see. That's commitment to the job. 3 more bits, and then we're going to be good to go. Right, so we want slicksters and slickster larva right over here. I don't think we need to put anything else. No, I think that's totally fine. I'll take that. I will take that to the bank. Let's dig that out. Great. What do you know? What do you know? We're ready for action. I don't know why this is becoming an insulated tile, but apparently Apparently it is. Apparently we just don't want to change in temperature over here. Yeah. What was the slicksters again? The critter is slickster temperature. 50 to 100 and something degrees. All right. I mean, that's perfect. This area is pretty much ideal. We do need carbon dioxide in this room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a vent right there, out there. Delete the gas pipe right there. Priority 9. Yes, please. Okay. Release the slickster. Release the slickster. And now get immediately trapped, please. Before you produce any crude oil. Move over here. Come on. No. Wrong way. Wrong way. No. Right over here. There we go. That's how I operate. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Priority number 9. Priority number 9. That's good stuff. Right. You are inadvertently stuck here, banana nut. Well, there is a little bit of granite, so why don't we cancel that? And instead make you a little bit of a ladder down here. And we'll bring you a rescue party, shall we? There we go. Build a lovely little granite ladder. Bam, Lily. Uproot that right there. And then continue building a granite ladder down the way. There we go. And now you can mine yourself out, right? Or not. I guess not. That's cool too. That's fine. Fine with me. I don't quite know what we're going to stick in here or in here yet, but yeah, I'm sure we'll find some use for it. Right, crude oil can go right over here. Great. Let's set this to be swept up. Not a super high priority, but a priority nonetheless. Sweep that up. We should be getting a little bit of carbon dioxide in here. Great polluted oxygen. A little bit of hydrogen in this room. A little bit irritating that the carbon dioxide isn't going to be exactly where I want it to be. But in time, as we burn more and more natural gas, we should be totally fine. Yeah, we should be absolutely fine. Right, the Atmos suits are slowly but surely charging up. The slickster has escaped. How did the slickster escape? How did the slickster escape? I told you. Critter, yeah. Slickster larva. How did you manage that? And why is there so much stinking crude oil all over my floor now? Unbelievable. Someone get it built, please. How are we doing oxygen-wise? 28 degrees Celsius. That's fine with me. Yeah, fine with me. Come on, Slickster, get out of there, dude. Right. Lots and lots of polluted oxygen, but not a heck of a lot of carbon dioxide. Right, critter trap. Great. Slickster larva. Priority 9, please. Let's get someone to take it. Ah, there we go. No. No, 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 no. What is going on? What is going on? How did you manage to get out of there? Who is our wrangler? Do we need to put someone as a wrangler? We do already have someone that is a wrangling expert. I believe it is Cray Penguin. Indeed it is. Critter Ranching 2. Critter Ranching 2. There you go. Change that hat. Get another critter trap down for goodness sake. Right, finally we're going to be able to get all of this horrific crude oil out of the base. It's going to not look like total trash. There we go. Okay. Critter drop off. Slickster larva. Let's put priorities on Cray Penguin. Ranching is way up. Farming is way up. Sure. Go make it happen. Aha! You've got it. You've got it, you've got it, you've got it. Let's make it so. There we go. Deliver the Slickster larva. Oh boy, this is great. This is great news. I'm so unbelievably happy. Now all we need is a little bit more carbon dioxide in here. Okay, it will eventually happen. It will eventually happen, but for now, yeah, a little bit low on the whole carbon dioxide thing. But we want to get more. We want to get more Slicksters in here eventually. Right, prioritize that at like priority 8. And I do think that we've got some more eggs kicking around somewhere, which we should consider incubating actually. And in fact, we could probably think about setting up an incubation station right in here. What's the overheat temperature? 90 degrees Celsius. Plus extra with the iron. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Why not set up this to work like that? Yeah. Sure. We'll get an incubator. We'll get that set up. Oh, the Slickster's sleeping. Look at that. That is so cute. That is so cute. That's wonderful. All right, so carbon dioxide, 1,400 grams in there. I mean, maybe, just maybe, we could think about pumping some of this polluted oxygen out of here. We did used to have a pump up here. Oh, we just used to have a pump up there to take out polluted oxygen. But I don't think that that's really necessary, honestly. There we go. And then the granite, take that away. Great, so there's now no reason to come into here for whatever reason, unless it's to stick down an egg or whatever. Oxygen is great. Oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Everything is working pretty much exactly as intended. I can rest easy. I can rest easy that my dupes are going to sleep well. Yeah, there's a couple of suits without oxygen, but that will be rectified. There's an Atmos suit on the floor, for which I have no idea why it's there. But that's okay. I don't need to know everything. I just need to do the big picture stuff. That's me. Big picture stuff. 75 kilograms of iron, then we're sorted really. Too much liquid to mop up right there. Yeah, it might run into a slight food issue. Also, I can enable that building. Once again, I can start growing all of the stuff that I want to grow in a hydroponic farm. I don't know where my pip's gone. Has my pip died? Might have died. If it did, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Pip. I don't know where you've gone. I think it was old age, though, so, I mean, there's like precious little that I can actually do about that. Right, still no oil production from this guy yet, but that's to be expected if he's not had adequate exposure to carbon dioxide. There we go, and let's see what we can do. We got a sage hatchling egg. No. Oh, I thought I had some larva eggs. Huh, okay. Maybe I just don't have any larva eggs. Alright, that's pretty peculiar. Alright, well, you know, I don't suppose that I've wasted anyone's time by getting that set up, but it does feel like I've wasted my own time, which is, well, it's disappointing, really, to say the least. This water is heating up slowly but surely. Not super happy with that. This area is not as cool as it used to be, but that's okay. But that's just because we're using this area as an oxygen cooling zone. Maybe we should set the temperature just a little bit higher, i.e. we just pump out more and more stuff, more and more oxygen. Tell you what, let's get that deconstructed right there, so that we can use exclusively the proceeds of this mini liquid pump to pump out the oxygen and get that all sorted. Ah, look at this! Fantastic! You're making exactly what I'm interested in you making. Crude oil, of course. Now, if I was to turn you into a larva slickster, not larva slickster, molten slickster, would that be great? Would that work? I would be interested in making that happen. Also, I want to grow pinch of pepper nuts. I should grow pinch of pepper nuts over here, as they would totally be able to do it. Yeah, but I would need to ditch these insulated tiles, and they've been there since the very start, and I'm not sure that I really want to commit to doing that, because that will well, that'll be a bit of a dodgy situation. Right, too much liquid. How much liquid is in here? 1,000 kilograms of water. Okay, so deconstruct that, deconstruct that, deconstruct that. Let's get it all done. So that should spread over 250 kilograms of water or whatever. Should be spread over these 4 tiles. That's still too much to... to mop up. But I'm reasonably hopeful that we finally will be able to mop it up once we get rid of that tile. Still a little bit too much. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know what the maximum amount that someone can sweep up is, but I must be getting close to it. Yeah, alright, well, there's nothing that I can really do about that. That's still fine. Oh, look at this. Crude oil, 800 and something grams of crude oil. That's great. That's great. And you know what? The great news is, even better than before, is that this area... This crude oil production area, this crude oil, you know, it's not a well, but an organic crude oil production area is in very, very close proximity to the crude oil storage and the crude oil refinery, all of which makes it, well, much better, actually. 11 cycles left of activity over here. A little bit of polluted oxygen going on. Not super chuffed with that, but that's fine. That doesn't matter. Carbon dioxide, that's coming. We don't need to worry about anything. Everything is great, honestly. I am a little bit worried that heat might re-emerge as a bit of an issue at some point in the future. But, I mean, for now, honestly, the temperature of the oxygen coming out of here is very, very good. And that's definitely offsetting the temperature of the oxygen that is coming around here. Yeah, certainly I'm not, you know, it's not the best case scenario, but it's not exactly bad and in fact, I'm actually quite happy with it. All right, so I think on that note, ladies and gents, we're going to finish up the episode. Thank you oh so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. This has been Oxygen Not Included. This is the I don't know, Space Potatoes reunite underground. Base, and in the next episode I think the Space Potatoes are going to at least try and get to space. I think that we're going to expand the transit tube network, and we're going to try and get to the top. We're going to try and get out of here. We're leaving town. That's what's going to happen. I'll see you next time, folks. Bye.